What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video. Today we are doing an unboxing and setup of a new truck tent I got from my 2019 Ford F-150. So stick around and enjoy. Now, with this being my first truck tent, I didn't want to go overboard and get one that was too expensive. So I went with one that's kind of, I'd say, middle of the road. I went with the Napier Backroadz model. It had great reviews. Price point was pretty good. Plus, I had found an open box model on Amazon, so I saved a little bit of money there. All in all, I think the tent, after free shipping, was like, I think it was like $149, so not too bad. Now I like this one because there was options for pretty much every platform out there, every truck company, every model, every bed length. They pretty much had a tent for it, so it was pretty easy to find one that I have. And my truck being a 2019 F-150 Super Crew short bed, it's a 5.5 foot bed, and they had one, you know, that fit according to them perfect. So we'll see when we get it set up. All right, let's go over some of the features of this bad boy here. Comfort. Sleeps 2 adults. Depends on the size. 5.5 feet of headroom. I'm about 5'10", so I should almost be able to stand up the middle. We'll see. 2 large mesh windows. Full weather rain fly, storm flash, blah blah blah. Setup. Only 10 minutes. I don't think that's going to be the case setting up the first time, but maybe once you get good at it, 10 minutes, yeah, probably, why not? So let's get this thing going, and I'll set a timer and see how actually long it takes. Before I can get started, I've got a tonneau cover. I got to take that off real quick. This thing, it takes literally like 30 seconds, maybe a minute, but not long at all. Pop these 2 handles. Hold it back a couple of times. And then there's 2 knobs on the inside. You just got to untwist them, and it comes right off. And that's that. I don't know why more people don't have tonneau covers on their trucks. And they come on and off that quick and easy. It's a no-brainer, but whatever, to each their own. And one other thing I bought when I got this down on Amazon, they'd sold me on, because they had the options that other people purchase. This actually seemed like it made sense. They're strap protectors. So when you strap this on your truck, you have nylon straps that go over, and they strap to the wheel well and a couple other places. And these are just soft cloth straps that go over those to protect your truck from getting scratched. So that seemed like an obvious buy to me. All right, so before I get ripping into this thing, I'm just gonna open it up. I'm gonna lay out all the parts so everything is there and accessible, so I'm not like looking for stuff. So let's do that real quick. I don't remember seeing this when I bought it, but this thing, it looks pretty simple to put together. I mean, they've color-coded the poles, and so that you know which ones go where, which, I mean, be obvious anyway, but still, that's kind of cool. But I mean, you don't really have much. I mean, you've got the rain cover, you've got the poles that are, you can see the color code, black, green, gray, and the tent, obviously, and the instructions. Now, it doesn't look like it's going to be that hard to put together, but the one thing with every tent that you buy, it fits perfect in the bag that it comes in, but once you use it that one time, it is never going back the same way. So that will probably be interesting in its own right there. But let's get rolling this thing. I'm going to set up a time lapse. I'm going to set up a timer. And we're going to get at it. Well, there she is, not too bad, and what's our time here? 24 minutes, just under 25. Not too bad. It was kind of a pain in the butt at first, just trying to get the feel of where everything was supposed to go. It was kind of weird, but we're all set now. I only ended up using one of these straps that I bought to protect the truck. Those are actually the biggest pain in the butt about this, so I just kind of ditched them for now. I will use them the next time I set this thing up, definitely. But let's take a look at this thing. It's actually got a ton of room. Look at this thing. There's actually a ton of room inside this thing for activities and whatever you want to do. You can do some cardio in here, all kinds of good stuff. Now, this thing you could probably put a full-size air mattress in here if you wanted to, for if it was 2 people. But, you know, if you're just going camping solo in this thing, you could have, you know, you could have your tent on one side with a cot or, you know, a sleeping pad for a sleeping bag, and you would have the whole other side for your gear, anything you want to put in there. You could put a cooler in there. You don't want to cook inside of it because, you know, it's a tent, it'll friggin' melt. But this thing has a ton of room, and I didn't know this before. Actually, where's that box? Hold on, here it is right here. There's another Amazon upsell, like those straps that I bought. I bought this. It's a LED lantern and fan in one, and it's got a hook on the top, and I didn't notice when I bought this tent, but on the inside it actually has a hook in the middle to where you could hang the light. So that's actually kind of cool that I can do that with it. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of room in this thing. You got the windows, the vents. There's a vent kind of up top. Doesn't do a whole lot. It comes with this little net that goes on these little tabs here, so you can hang stuff up there, your phone, wallets, whatever. But yeah, I mean, if you're just going solo in this thing, there's more than enough room for one person to be comfortable in here. I mean, when the tailgate's down, you know, like I'm 5'10", I'm not very big, but I mean, there's plenty of room for me to be in here. And the one thing that I didn't do yet with this, and I think it's gonna be a real big pain in the butt, I didn't put the rain cover on, because I don't know how I'm gonna get out. I think it's gonna be like one of those, you're just gonna have to toss it a few times and get lucky to grab it to hook it on. But all in all, this really wasn't that bad to put together, especially for my first time at just under 25 minutes. But it does look, I mean, it looks pretty good up there. You know, it's actually much more than I was expecting, and that's actually pretty cool. Yeah, there's that stupid strap. That was probably the most difficult part about this whole setup, was trying to get that on. But yeah, guys, that's the tent. That's the Napier Backroadz model, and it goes in my crew cab short bed, 5.5 foot bed. It's a little on the big side, but whatever. I mean, they can't make them exact, I suppose, but it fits pretty well, and there really is a lot of room. There's a ton of room inside this thing. Like I said, for all your activities, cardio, drinking, whatever you want to do in here, you could do it. And, you know, it's definitely big enough for 2 people, you know, given the bed size. But it's actually quite perfect, actually, for what I'm going to use it for. Okay, last minute change. We got the rain cover on there. It actually wasn't that big of a pain in the butt. You just had to, you know, be smarter than the tent, which I was not being at first. But yeah, I mean, that thing definitely will keep the rain out for sure, because that thing covers the entire damn tent. It's almost the size of the tent. Definitely would not want that on there unless it's absolutely going to rain, because that thing will probably hold in a good deal of heat. But yeah, I mean, all in all, guys, that thing, I think it looks pretty good for what I paid for it. Brand new, it was $200. I got an open box version of it from Amazon. I paid, it was like $149. And those straps that I bought that I will use, I think they were like $19.99. And this little lantern fan gizmo thing, which I can hang right from the top of the tent, that was, I think it was like 15 bucks. And it takes two D batteries, I believe. But yeah, guys, that's it. This is gonna do it for this video. I'm pretty excited to use this tent. It was definitely very easy to put together. I imagine once I do it the next time, it probably will take about 10 minutes. That's for sure. And it's very easy. Color-coded poles. Let's see, the 3 poles. I mean, there's less than 10 parts for the entire tent. Very easy setup. And again, depending on their truck and what you bring with you, you're going to have plenty of room to do solo camping and definitely 2-person camping in this thing. Yeah, I think that's about it to talk about on this one. Well, with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend one of these tents if you're looking for one. I'll put the link to the tent that I use in the description below. As always, guys, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which is pretty cool. So if you could help me out, that would be awesome. And that's going to do it, guys. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all at the next video. Thank you.